What's up, guys? Welcome back for another war video. This is Arsenal 7. We are at War 7 of Season 40. This is LVT versus ISO 8. I've got 5 fights this war. First up is Red Hulk versus Juggernaut on Node 17. That's Path 8 in Section 1. Really straightforward fight here. Red Hulk as a tactic attacker is going to both neutralize and fate seal. I don't really have to worry about the unstoppables too much. It's basically a don't get hit and don't die fight. I mean, it's nice and straightforward. Even my parries will get rid of his gem and put the weakness on him. He does get willpower healing, but Red Hulk does more than enough damage. Juggernaut's specials are nothing difficult either. You know, SP1, SP2 can dex both of them. I guess if I had, a dex buff, maybe there's something to worry about with Mystic Dispersion, but for the most part, it's totally safe and in my control, and we're just one more combo away from being done. There it is. And for my second fight, I've got Wong on Node 21 with Red Hulk. I do have a guidance placed here for myself. You guys have seen me take Node 21 with Red Hulk plenty of times. It's another good fight for him. But Wong does have a lot in his kit to kind of watch for. So if he throws a heavy, he goes unstoppable. He does it right there at the start, which puts it on cooldown. But if he has Eldritch Energy when he does that, he does get power gain. And if he throws a special from it, it's unblockable. So in general, I'm going to try to not let him throw heavies. I think that's the only one he gets off in the fight. Also, if he gets a blue spell when he's in that phase, any buff I trigger is going to give him unstoppable as well. So there's that blue spell right there. So the next time I dex, he's going to go unstoppable. There it is. And for there, you just avoid when that happens. Kind of the most important thing in this fight is going to be just watching his Eldritch Energy. Once that starts creeping up, I need to just be really conscious about it so that I can use a heavy and knock him down as soon as it's at 90. So I'm going to stop right here. I'm going to hit him. He's at over 90. I'm going to parry and knock him down. That resets the energy to 0, kind of back to the start again. The plan coming in was to bait SP1s, but because he gets to keep 50% of his power after he uses a special, I kind of gave up, and I was like, I'll just take the SP2 into block. Again, the danger there is if he was to throw a heavy and then throw the special 2, or use a heavy and shoot up to an SP3, but that's what the invulnerability is for. For the most part, this is a pretty safe fight as long as you can watch those unstoppables, try not to let him heavy, and really watch his Eldritch Energy. So there we go. He is down. The rest of my fights this war are all going to be with Thing as my attacker. So here is Rintrah on Node 26. This is kind of a long one, but I was just playing extremely safe. Basically, the plan is to knock him down really often with heavies to keep his mystical charges below 10. Really, that's the danger if I let this fight get out of control with more than 10 charges, if I let him get me stuck in the corner and he roots me or something. So, I do have another guidance on this fight, but I'm just going to parry. I'm going to heavy. When I do use regular combos, it's usually pretty short combos. And then right here, you can dex early on his special 1, punish with a heavy. And that's really what the majority of this fight is going to be. Thing can take 26 and Path 9 when the defenders are applicable, and we had a good map this war to do so. So I get to bust out my rank 4 Thing. He was actually my very first rank 4. I love him as an attacker. He's extremely safe. Another part of this plan for this fight was to not to use any specials. That means that my rock stacks are going to stay up nice and high. When he triggers protection, I'm basically going to take no damage. Thing is also a tactic attacker this season, so he does have neutralize. He does have fate seal off the specials, although there's not a whole ton of buffs that Rintrah gets other than the power gain for when you trigger a special, or rather when you trigger a buff when you're neutralized. But here we go again. As soon as he starts his dash forward, you can just dash back and punish with a heavy. Dash back, punish with a heavy. This is Very slow fight. I think that I could do this fight faster if I was using specials, but it's just not as safe. Again, we have not faced a tiebreaker yet this season. Really, I'm more concerned about not giving up a death than I am about taking 3 minutes for a fight. Maybe sometime that'll change, and we're going to try to clear a little bit faster so that we have better times. But as of right now, it's just focus on not dying. Another special one, punish with the heavy. We're real close to being out of this one. But I did a really good job of not ever pushing to SB2. Again, it's really no danger. I can take it into block. But the plan was SB1s and executed it just fine. For my fourth fight today, I have Ebony Maw on node 35. That is the first fight on path 9 in section 2. For the node, you do damage back when you stun him, so the plan is to play the stun immune. I was also supposed to place a Wags here, and I forgot to do so, but it shouldn't matter too much because I don't plan on parrying very often. I will get rock stacks from taking hits into block. I will get some Furies from the bleed, which will convert the rock stacks into the thing's Furies. There's plenty of time to get this fight down, even without using specials, and that's another part of the plan, is that I will not be using specials. I also will not be heavying to knock him down, although you saw me make one mistake earlier where I just kind of heavied into nowhere. Thankfully, I wasn't punished or anything. But for the most part, all you have to worry about is that falter timer. So when it goes to multiples of 20, the falter starts, and I'm just going to dash away basically right when I'm coming close to it, and just not worry about it. For the most part, I'm able to punish his SB1s, or just take block hits, punish his heavy when he throws it right there. Falter is approaching, back off. It's a little bit tricky once this goes over 100 and you lose that counter on the falter timer. You just need to just watch that, make sure that you're not ever heading into him and triggering that mission for Ebony Maw and getting degen from it. But with rock stacks, I can take SP1s, I can take SP2s in the block. I can let him hit me into block all I want and punish a heavy once he throws it. It's an extremely safe fight, although it is a little bit long. So we've got kind of two back-to-back long fights that we got to sit through with Thing here, but almost out of this one. Waiting out the falter timer. And then I think I threw an SP3 here at the end just to finish it off. Although I think SP3 would have killed him from 8% as well. There it is. Ebony Maw is down. And then for my fifth and final fight this war, I have Storm on node 45 with Thing. Storm is a tactic defender, so she will be getting flourishes if she hits into my block. I did practice dexing her SP1, but with Thing and protection, I was just more comfortable, for the most part, taking it into my block. So she's going to get a bunch of flourishes. She's also going to get these armor ups from the node. So hitting into her block kind of accomplishes two things. I can get rid of the flourishes. I can get rid of those armors. I'm not going to force it, but when the openings are there, I will block hit just to get those down. Once I build up to my SP2, I will Fate Stealer, and then for the most part, I keep neutralize up pretty well for the rest of the fight. I am running Science Power Boosts, so just a couple SP2s should get her down. There's the flourishes, so she's throwing specials pretty quickly. But like I said, once I get this SP2 off, it'll her combat power rate should slow down a bunch. Hit into the block, remove all those buffs. There's the SP2. So I think I pretty much keep it under control from here on. Her SP2 is dangerous. I'm running an invul just in case. If I push her to SP2 or push her to SP3 or something. If she gets a bunch of prowess, I can trigger protection into block, hopefully. But the plan was bait SP1s, and I was able to just keep it there. There's a second SP2. Unfortunately, neither of my SP2s had any big crits, but she's at like 7%, and there she is. She's down. Thanks for watching another war. Happy to continue going deathless. 5 up, 5 down. Thanks, guys.